After weeks on the road, we finally arrived at our next ride. Having never cruised before, we're about to hit the road for 22 days. And here she is, the Queen Elizabeth. Oh well, just kidding. This is our girl, the Carnival Luminosa, and she's about to carry us across the Pacific. The audio on this recording was pretty awful, but the rooms themselves were really quite good. So much storage. The bed was pretty comfy. We did get a pillow top mattress. We asked for that. Lots of storage. The bathroom, whilst basic, had everything that you could possibly need. They changed the towels daily. They cleaned the room daily. It was a great setup. The rooms are old. The ship is old, but we really liked it. The view from our balcony, there was a sunrise in the morning time. And then, this was incredible. There was about, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 dolphins that were just frolicking and just, playing as they rode alongside of the ship. And we stood there for about 25 seconds just while we could still see these amazing dolphins just having a great time. And now we address some seasickness issues.
So yes, seasickness can be a real thing. And I overplanned, but it worked out well. Gins. This one actually has citrus, so that's really nice. It's like a hard candy. And then this one is more of a chew.
More chewable. It's a chewable ginger. It's got a little heat to it, a little spice to it as well. But they recommend it. And
I guess it thickens up the fluid that's in your ears, so it's supposed to help you stay more balanced. That didn't really work for Sandra. So then I also got the Bonine chewable tablets, and I'm not quite sure. I think you can take 2 or 4 a day or something. She took 1, still nothing. This was the granddaddy that did help her. Scopolamine, transdermal patches.
Yeah.
1 patch for 3 days.
And I've been, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that?
And you just put it on.
Right there.
You do need a prescription for this. And we actually went to Amazon and got the prescription.
Yeah, we tried to get our doctor to write it, but she wanted to see us, and we're like, that's just silly.
Right.
It's just in case we get seasick. It's not like we need any heavy duty drugs prescribed. But so Amazon worked. We did it, and then they shipped it to us, and that was pretty easy. And we have enough for the whole cruise, because this is a long cruise. This is day 3, and we're on here for 22 days total. So it's a long cruise, and we're likely, because we're going to be in open water, we're likely to hit some rougher weather. They've talked about that. So I'm glad we have all of these things. Just knowing that, we didn't, coming into a cruise, neither one of us had done it. So when people ask, are you seasick? It's like, don't know really. I'd certainly gotten a little seasick on the car ferry from Wales to Ireland, but that was years ago, and it was a force 9. So I still wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I get seasick, but I do. And I've learned that now. And I'm a big fan of these.
I actually have never been seasick, but I did get land sick.
Of course you did.
I know. I can't live on land anymore. Now, I was on a 60-some foot catamaran, and when we landed in St. Bart's, I had no issues whatsoever on the boat, but then we went in to go have lunch and stuff while the captain took care of some things, and I wanted to die when I got on land. Oh my gosh, I literally thought I was going to be so sick. And then the minute I stepped on the boat, I was fine again. So the night before we go into Honolulu, behind my ear. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but I'm not taking a chance because I want to enjoy ourselves. We signed up for an excursion.
We did. We signed up for an excursion in Honolulu.
Yes, so we'll see how that goes, and then maybe decide if we want to do more. We'll also, when we get to Honolulu, look up probably like Viator and some of those other ones to see what excursions I have on the other islands we're going to. But other than that, we went to the pool today. We're in the hot tub. We went to a really interesting talk on whales.
Yesterday, yeah.
There is a scientist who's on board, and she's amazing. And she's been doing talks every morning about different aspects of the ocean.
happywhales.com. Seemingly, if you see a whale, if you see a humpback whale, you see their fluke. Is that what it's called?
The
tail. Seemingly, the flukes are like fingerprints. They're each individual. So if you are able to get a photograph, and you can sort of send that, or download it onto the app, and they will tell you, who that whale is and where they go and all of that stuff. And they're talking about there is, on occasion, obviously people will get photographs of whales that have not been tracked, have not been seen. There'll be, newer whales. And if you do get a photograph like that, you get to name that whale, which I thought was a really fun
so too.
A fun thing.
And actually through this lay person's app, they found a whale that actually traveled over 8,000 miles, which is pretty much unheard of.
Yeah, they said like he's an outlier. He's not following the rules. He's doing his own thing out there. So, and nobody really knows why.
Right.
They're sort of tracking that, and it was fascinating. It was a fascinating lecture. She was super cool.
Definitely. And we did trivia last night for Motown and 70s music, which was fun. From people we've talked to, they said if you're going to do a cruise, you should get out and talk to people and join in. So as much as we used to do that all the time for our work life and thought retirement would be just the opposite, we actually got out there and are starting to do some things.
Yeah, like I went to the gym this morning as well. So I ran on a treadmill and then did some weights and things. So we want to really, try and not let everything fall apart whilst we're on this cruise, because we do have the drink package. We are allowed 15 drinks per day. That's insane, right? That's nuts. There's no way we're going to drink 15 drinks per day.
Might be a short
of
us doing
maybe we will.
All 15.
Yeah, this is drink number 1, and then we'll do it until we get to 15. But
that would probably take us 5 days.
we just I don't know. I mean, we're just not partiers anymore.
I can't imagine being hungover on a ship either. That
No.
sounds absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some fun. We've done some sing-alongs, and the piano bar is kind of nice, and singing along to some songs late at night is kind of fun.
But
what else?
So we'll take you around on our excursions, and we already showed you what our room looked like. So, it could use a little love, but actually it was bigger than I thought it would be. You thought it was smaller than you thought it would be.
Right. I mean, having traveled on Amtrak,
gargantuan. The room is gargantuan.
Yes, the size of that room. This is massive. This is palatial.
We also have our first day of laundry.
Yeah, we've got some laundry going because there is no laundry. We can't do laundry on the ship, so we're kind of hand washing some stuff.
We did hear a lot of Carnival cruises does have laundry, but they did make a point of saying this one does not.
Yeah, this does not. So we're just hand washing a few things here and there, bits and bobs. Yeah.
And tonight we're going to the nice restaurant.
Yeah, Fahrenheit 5 or something,
I believe it is.
And it's a sort of a steak restaurant. Tonight is Italian night, so we're going to go to that. We have to dress up a little bit, so I might take a picture later on.
No, we won't. But that's all we got for now.
We will do a tour of the boat too, of the ship. We will absolutely do a tour of that, so you can see what we're doing here.
You can watch us get lost almost
every day. We get lost.
To celebrate our 13-year anniversary, we had dinner at the fancy onboard steak restaurant Fahrenheit 555. Quick PSA from the two broads: there are no leftovers on a cruise ship. Order only what you can eat. But honestly, the food was so good that wasn't a problem. Great views, great wine, and of course great company. Then naturally we met our people, the fun ones, the folks that we related to, the Let's Do Brunch kids. Some of these guys actually made it to the nightclub. We didn't.
No tonight's and I need you more than ever.
Next up, Honolulu. Pearl Harbor was deeply moving. Our tour didn't give us time to board the USS Arizona, but we watched a lot of footage in the museum. Such bravery. December 7th, 1941 changed the course of history. Then we visited King Kamehameha's statue, plus both buildings used as the police station, the original Hawaii Five-0 and the reboot, also to pay tribute to legendary Don Ho. Finished the day with a dreamy Waikiki sunset, the kind of view that makes you decide whether you're getting back on the boat or not. Back on the ship, the nightlife was alive and loud. Rock anthems on the main stage. Imagine everybody here singing We Are the Champions. Michelle Robertson holding down the piano bar. Electric slide on repeat. It was a whole vibe. We have to confess that we were in bed by 10 most nights, and we actually never made it to the nightclub. And then there is the obligatory daily towel art collection, 7 masterpieces. And there are 2 mystery creatures that we haven't got a clue. We'll let you decide. Plus cruise hack, hanging laundry from magnetic ceiling hooks. We are classy like that. We also got a weekly pass to the Cloud 9 thermal suite. The gym is complimentary, but we recommend the pass to this thermal suite. It was incredible. It's a former Costa ship, so think Greek. This huge sauna was fantastic with great views. This massive hot tub. Look at the pool sloshing around as the ship rolls. That water just is all over the place. The jets can pound you. It feels like a massage. There is a laconium. Nobody knows really what that is, but it's a hot or dry heat chamber similar to a sauna, often used at lower humidity, helps soothe muscles and pains. Check with the staff at the Cloud9 Thermal Suite when you get on board and see if you can get a weekly pass. It's a bargain. We would go every day for a couple of hours, and after working out at the gym, and then we would get finished up just in time to go to the taco bar. Not a bad deal. Then we arrived in Tahiti and immediately got distracted by this super yacht called Samsara. It was built for an American billionaire, bought by an Australian billionaire, and then bought by J.K. Rowling, who named it Samsara and now charters it out for $1.2 million a week. So yeah, just your everyday boat. Our bus dropped us off at a parking lot, and we were able to take a very easy, very doable hike through the lush jungles to Cascade to Farumi. It was absolutely stunning. It's a trio of waterfalls on Tahiti's northeast. The most famous and easy accessible is the Vamehutu waterfalls, a tall curtain waterfall that you can get to in under 5 minutes of walking. We saw lots of animals along the way and walked alongside the river. We stopped at Point Venus for the lighthouse, the Robert Louis Stevenson plaque, and a monument to the arrival of the HMS Bounty. In 1789, Fletcher Christian and several crewmen mutinied against Captain Bligh aboard the Bounty. They felt like they were in paradise, which they were. The mutineers fled, some settling on Pitcairn Island, where their descendants still live today. As we sailed away, Tahiti looked magical. Next morning, Moorea in French Polynesia. We didn't have an excursion booked, so we picked up a local boat tour and snorkeled in ridiculously blue waters. We soaked up every second of paradise and thoroughly recommend this island. The buffet on board was fine. There was Chinese food at lunchtime, there was a burger bar, a salad bar, a dessert bar that always looked good, but I was always disappointed. There was a 24-hour pizza place that was pretty damn good, and we only hit that once for late night. The dining room was our favorite spot. There's also an espresso bar that opened at 6 a.m. every day. The coffee was awful, so much so that we drank tea every morning. We did pick up our crossword puzzle and our Sudoku every morning though. As I said, the dining room was our favorite spot. We acted like retired folk. We went for dinner every night at 5. We got to know our dining crew and we got to know our dining neighbors. We looked forward to going every night, and they entertained us quite often. This area is the adults only Serenity area, so there are no children in this area. Just lots and lots of beds, pool, and a hot tub, and there's clamshells around the edge there. You can't ever get them. People put their towels in there
7 a.m.
at 7 a.m. and they don't leave for the day, and nobody polices that. Kind of rude, but that's what they do. And here we are, above the Lido deck, looking down at it. And as you can see, there's a lot going on. And there's always food being served. It's hard to not eat all day long, and drink as well. I mean, it's available. They show movies on this screen too at night, which is kind of fun during the day. And then down here in the morning, they have this set up and they do like stretches and abs classes and all kinds of things. Over there, you see down there, that's where they serve. You can help yourself to ice cream right there.
24 hours a day.
Very, very important place. Zach was our cruise director. He's the guy in the blue at the front. And he was doing an amazing job getting everybody up, whether it be the nut bush or some other kind of line dancing. We enjoyed watching from the sidelines. We really didn't get involved in much of it, but it was fun, and he's a really good guy. Get onto the Lido deck here as we come up, and we got a little ping pong table here.
And the ping pong table is right here. This one is where all the experts are. This is the entrance to where we always go for the gym down there. But over here it's kind of fun. There's open chess. And we see people playing this quite often.
This is the Sunset Bar, which is just, again, adults. So it's nice and quiet and adulty.
And a great view.
Yeah. At the back of the boat, so you can see where we've been. Here's Renee staring off pensively. Or is she just waiting for somebody to leave one of those clamshells so that we can jump in? And we're just walking outside right now. And that is the smoking area, which goes down a little bit further. But it's like a little diner, so it's kind of cool. And there's all these clamshells here as well, which you can get these ones during the day, but there's no pool right here. But there's a basketball half court. We saw people playing that pretty often. And then pitch and putt, which we did see people using that as well. All kinds of stuff for you to, kill your time. Before we knew it, it was our last night. And our last night in the dining room.
So wave and smile for me. Tell me that you'll be back for me. Hold me like you never let me go. You're leaving on your
We visited our favorite bartenders one last time, Lynn and Alex. And Michelle from the piano bar. We closed out the night with her. We also had to say goodbye to our dining room buddies and to Felicia that we danced more than a few times with after a glass or two of wine. And Robin, who we later stayed with in Sydney. We hope to see her again on our travels. And then our crew, our main crew, our boys, our homies. We woke up at the crack of dawn to see Sydney coming into view, the harbour, the opera house, and just like that it was over. Amazing. Are we cruisers? I'm going to have to say we are. We absolutely loved it. Not everything about it, but most of the things. We loved it and we can't wait to do it again. Goodbye, Luminosa family.